Sun has gone away here in Harrogate. That isn't going to stop us from playing baseball. It's still a balmy 56 degrees here in the second week of February. So we play baseball. It's game 2 of a doubleheader between Carson-Newman and LMU. The third game in the series, the SAC opening series for either side of the field. LMU takes game 1 and game 2 of the series. The first game, a pitcher's duel, a 2-0 shutout from Peyton Armour. And then in game 2, an offensive showcase. So the script flips, and LMU hangs on to win 12-10 over Carson-Newman. They get 13 hits. The Eagles had 12, and that was just before this. So LMU retakes the field on their home turf here at Lamar Hennon Field in Harrogate. And it's Eli Eads, the senior, that will get the start here in game 3 of this series. He'll face Maddox Green, Aiden Gibson, and Logan Floyd first and foremost. But let's do the offensive alignment for LMU. Brooks Hagedorn at third base. Gabe Gray, the freshman, is at shortstop. He's played every game there. Aaron Hobson, he's been excellent this series, will be at second. And Brady Morse at first base. And the first pitch from Eads is a strike on Maddox Green, the freshman. From left to right in the outfield, it's C.J. Dugan and Jordan, as well as Peyton Mullenix in right field. So 0-1 count, and Eads delivers. Green, just a soft little shot that falls in shallow right or left center, and Maddox Green has a leadoff single. The freshman hasn't had a hit yet this series, came in and pinch hit at the tail end of game 1, and then batted first in the lineup in the last game, was 0 for 4 in the game just a few minutes ago. A sac fly, though, in that game, so he picks up, he had 5 plate appearances, but just 4 at-bats, and that brings up the senior captain, Aiden Gibson, with Maddox Green at first base. Gibson swings on the pitch straight away, and it's fouled back behind the netting. So Maddox Green with the leadoff single. He picks up his first hit of the series. Carson-Newman looking to pick up their first win of this series against LMU. They took 2 in Jefferson City last year against the Rail Splitters, and Eads delivers the second pitch to Gibson, a breaking ball that clips the outside corner. So 2 strikes and no balls on the senior Aiden Gibson. He was 0 for 2 in the last game just earlier today. He batted in this same spot. He'll be playing third base per usual, but he did have 3 walks in the last game as well, so was selective at the plate as Eads goes over to Green at first, and he's in head first and on time. Carson-Newman had to go to 5 different arms in the second game of this series, but imagining that's going to be quite the different story in this game with the D2 Baseball All-American on the mound for Carson-Newman. Colton Kaysen will get the start here whenever Carson-Newman is sat down on offense, and Eads goes back to Green at first base, controlling the pace. 2 appearances for Eli Eads in his senior season so far, 2 games started. Just 4 innings pitched, though, so has gone 2 innings each of those games. Has let up 2 earned runs, 4 total, and 2 hits as Aiden Gibson swings on one, and it's high into the sky. Brady Morse is booking it back to the right field line to see if he can get to it. He can't in time. He's looking over his shoulder and can't find it. So Aiden Gibson stays alive in the box. Maddox Green had taken off, and what you got to imagine was a hit-and-run situation. And the Eagles trying to use their speed on the bases. Carson-Newman at 6-2. They opened the season 6-0, but then LMU playing spoiler here in the opening SAC series. Eagles suffered 10 losses on the road last year, and LMU incredibly good at home as a pitch nearly clips Aiden Gibson's helmet. He dodges out of the way. It looks like he's going to stay in the batter's box. They didn't touch him, but Maddox Green takes off towards second base. So a runner in scoring position for the Eagles. They scored first in the last game between LMU and Carson-Newman. They put up 2 runs in the top of the first that let them get out to an early lead. In fact, they jump out to an early 6-0 lead before LMU comes storming back. Next pitch on the way from Eads. Gibson waves on it. It's dropped by Kalen, who's behind the dish calling the game. Ronnie Matty, the freshman, sitting down for this one, and Kalen makes the throw to first base in time. So 1 away for LMU with Maddox Green at first base. and Logan Floyd, who was 2 of 5 in the last game, with a double and a triple. Lots of power coming off the All-Sac Selections bat. Eads takes a look at Green at second. He's only about 3 steps off and fires to Floyd. It's a fastball that misses low. One out count for Floyd, and he waves on the second one. So striking a ball for Logan Floyd with a runner at second. And Logan Floyd trying to find something early for Carson-Newman. He was responsible for an RBI double in the top of the first inning, and he soars one right back at the pitcher in Eads. He tries to beat out the throw. He does not. Maddox Green gets over to third base, but Eli Eads nearly avoids being decapitated by a ground ball right back at his face, and it'll take a second to regroup. Coach Haywood will go out and have a conversation. It looks like he might have took it off the hand. And we'll take a quick break here on the Eagles Sports Network to make sure he's okay.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
Everything A-OK for Eli Eads. He steps back up to work on Cole Nathan, the All-Sac second baseman. He watches the first pitch, a breaking ball that misses low and away. Maddox Green is at first base, and Eads just needed a quick minute after Logan Floyd hit a hard ground ball right back at his face. And Cole Nathan hits a line drive over the jumping Aaron Hobson at second base. He loses his hat. He got really high up into the air, nearly looked like he was going to make that catch. And then Cole Nathan gets an RBI single and strikes in the first yet again. Have been so good getting on top early and often, and they've done it here in this game. They did it in the last game too. Now it just comes to maintaining the lead. So Cole Nathan is at first base, and Matt Bishop, who is 2 for 2 this season, has come in 2 pitch hitting appearances and has been really good as he fans on the first pitch from Eads. So he gets the start as the DH in this game in the 5-hole for Carson-Newman. So an 0-1 count with 2 outs on the board. Cole Nathan is at first base, and the next pitch is an off-speed that hits outside. Good command there by Eads as he guides it right to the outside corner and makes it 0-2 on Matt Bishop. He's 2 for 2 this season. Like I said, 2 pinch hitting appearances, and he's hit 2 hard line drives in both appearances as he check swings on that one. Yes, he did go. And 2 strikeouts in the first inning for Eli Eads, but not before Carson-Newman can take advantage of a leadoff single by Maddox Green. He's moved along by Logan Floyd and Cole Nathan, and eventually the Eagles will score the run. So Eagles up 1-0 here on LMU as we move into the bottom of the first, where Colton Kaysen will take the hill. Gabe Gray, the first challenger to Colton Kaysen here in the bottom of the first. The Eagles up 1-0, and the first pitch from Kaysen to Gray is a ball that misses a little bit too far outside. Kaysen has been pretty good this season, and that's what you would expect out of the D2 Baseball preseason All-American, as the next pitch is roped into left field. It's going to get down, and Maddox Green is racing to his left to reach it. And he throws it in to keep Gabe Gray at first base, but speed on the bases now for LMU as the freshman shortstop gets the leadoff single into left field, matching what Carson-Newman did in the top of the first. Maddox Green, the freshman, hit a single into left field, and now that brings up the center fielder, Caleb Jordan. Jordan was 1 for 4 in the last game as he swings on the first pitch from Kaysen. And while we're at it, let's give you the defensive alignment for Carson-Newman in this ball game. Gibson in his normal spot at third base, John O'Pierce at shortstop, Cole Nathan at second, Floyd at first. So the same infield for Carson-Newman as the next pitch is fouled back from Jordan. So 2 strikes and no balls for the center fielder. In the outfield, it's Maddox Green in left, Braxton Smith in center, and Bradley Soto Diaz in right field. Jacob Rogers is behind the plate. He's going to be calling the game for Colton Kaysen, and his first game with Colton Kaysen that he's been partnered up and paired with the All-American. But Tom Griffin was really happy with the game that he called for Ryan Higgins yesterday. So he gets the start here in Game 3 again. And the next pitch from Kaysen misses high and outside for ball 1 on Jordan. Starters have been pretty good for Carson-Newman. Christian Henderson did go out in the middle of the 3rd inning as Jordan skies it back, and it's just barely going to leak out beneath the netting. So Caleb Jordan will get another chance at Kaysen. Looked like Jacob Rogers was tracking it all the way back, but couldn't reach it behind the net. So Colton Kaysen will go back to work. 2 starts for the sophomore out of Benton, Tennessee. 8 innings, so 4 in each start for the sophomore as Jordan fouls one back. Was unreal in his first season with Carson-Newman. 15 starts for the Eagles, 13 wins on just 1 loss. And Kaysen delivers the 1-2, and it misses outside again. So 2-2 coming up. But the 7th pitch of the at-bat as Jordan is fouled 2 back. Gabe Gray is on first base. There's no outs for Carson-Newman after the leadoff single from the freshman. Jordan was 1 for 4. As he yanks one all the way to the softball complex. It's well out of play, but man, he had turned on the off speed way early and just jacked it. So make it pitch number 8 coming up here. Kaysen 11 strikeouts already this season as Jordan cuts one towards the left field foul pole. It's going to get down again, but it is outside the foul line, so foul ball number 4 for Caleb Jordan. And the third baseman trying to stay alive in his count right now, Colton Kaysen, with coming up on 9 pitches in this at-bat. 2-2, runner at first, no outs, and Jordan lofts one up into shallow center field. Pierce is moving back towards it, and Braxton Smith calls him off as he moves all the way to about 15 feet in where the infield meets the outfield. Just 15 feet between him and the infield when he made that catch, so he was booking it in to make that. He waves off John O'Pierce, and a confident call there by the sophomore center fielder. He gets the first out of the inning for Carson-Newman. And that brings up the first baseman, Brady Morse. Morse was unreal in the first game. He was 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. And he eyes down Kaysen. The first pitch was a ball. The next one a strike. He gets him on the breaking ball. So 1-1 count for Brady Morse. With a runner at first base, he's got one out on the board, and Colton Kaysen, the All-American, looks to keep his clean starts going. Another breaking ball that hits right down the middle. It was moving at the knees of Morse, just nasty. From the sophomore starter, makes it 1-2. Kaysen rubs his hip, finally delivers, and got him. Strikeout number 1 for Colton Kaysen. And he got Brady Morse swinging. That's his first strikeout of the day. Morse hasn't struck out in the series so far, and Colton Kaysen, the one to get him to go. That brings up Peyton Mullenix. Mullenix was 2 of 4 in the last game with an RBI, and he hits a chopper towards second base. It's out of the reach of John O. Pierce. Braxton Smith will cradle it into his chest, and not before Gabe Gray can get to third base. So Peyton Mullenix uses a jumper of a ground ball to get over the head of Pierce and Nathan and into center field. So runners on the corners now for Aaron Hobson. Hobson has been really good in this series as well. The heart of the order for LMU is taking care of business in this series. Hobson was 2 of 3 in the last game with 3 RBIs and a walk. Hobson swings at the first offering from Kaysen, and it's battled back into the netting. So 1 strike and no balls. He's got runners at the corners, and Jacob Rogers is behind the plate. He is yet to catch someone stealing. Hobson was 1 of 4. Rogers will get a chance to get his first one stealing, but the throw is off kilter to Nathan, and he can't get it into his glove. John O. Pierce, who was playing backup, will scoop it up. And it's a 1-1 count with 2 outs, and now runners at second and third as Mullenix picks up a stolen base. Hobson watches the next pitch from Kaysen. It's high and outside. Hobson held off on that one. Good pitch there from Kaysen. Living on the outside block of the plate. He does a good job with his command, and Kaysen kicks and fires. Hobson 2 hops to Aiden Gibson at third base. He makes the toss look easy to Logan Floyd, and that'll be the inning. No runs scored for LMU. Carson-Newman still up 1-0, and it's Bradley Soto Diaz, Braxton Smith, and John O. Pierce when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network. Eli Eads back for his second inning of work on the Carson-Newman bottom of the order. Bradley Soto Diaz, who's hitting 6th. Braxton Smith hitting 7th, and John O. Pierce, the shortstop. Carson-Newman is up to 1-0 after Colton Kaysen sees 4 batters, make that 5 batters in the bottom of the first, and gets out of it scoreless. So Bradley Soto Diaz, who's been dangerous for Carson-Newman, he was 3 for 5 in the last game. We'll see the first stuff from Eli Eads. He squares around for the bunt, lays it down right in front of Eads. He digs it out and misses the throw. Morse misses the throw from Eads as Soto Diaz collided with Morse's glove. He was trying to get the throw from Eads. It was too far to his left side on his glove hand, and it leaks all the way out to the warning track in right field. But luckily, Peyton Mullenix with his head on a swivel was there. So we'll see if they count that a single or an error. They will call that a single for Carson-Newman. So Braxton Smith, the center fielder, looking to put more speed on the bases. The center fielder squares around for the bunt and pulls back just in time to save his face because he was going to get hit by that pitch if he didn't pull back. Braxton Smith was 2 for 4 in the last game. He had 2 RBIs as well. Makes his way around the bases incredibly fast. He squares around for the bunt again, and Kalen drops the pitch. But that'll be ball 2 for Braxton Smith. Missed the zone again, and trying to bring Bradley Soto Diaz into a better spot to score as well. Smith pulls back for the 3rd time in a row, so a 3-0 count for the sophomore center fielder. Eads, just 2 starts on the year. He's thrown 4 innings in those starts, 3 innings in the last start against Hillsdale. That was a win for LMU, where he let in 2 earned runs on 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. Smith squares around for the 4th time, this one a strike. Soto Diaz takes off. He gets a stolen base as the umpire waves him safe. Kalen tried to gun him down. He was unsuccessful, and Braxton Smith will return to the plate after the umpire called that pitch a strike. So a leadoff bunt for Bradley Soto Diaz, the speed on full display, and then he takes off and gets his 4th stolen base of 2026. That leads this Carson-Newman team. So a 3-1 count for Braxton Smith with no outs, and Bradley Soto Diaz on second base. Got to imagine that Smith now has the go-ahead to swing instead of bunt on this one, and he will take that pitch that's low in the turf for ball 4. A good job by Kalen behind the dish to keep that in front of him. And the first walk by Eli Eads, he had 2 strikeouts in the first inning, so was doing a nice job. The 6th and 7th strikeout of his season so far, and now has a walk here in the top of the 2nd. That brings up Jono Pierce, the shortstop. First pitch on the way as Pierce squares around for the bunt, and he pulls back in time. So ball 1 for Jono Pierce. Speed on the bases in Bradley Soto Diaz at second, Braxton Smith at first base, and Jono Pierce, who was 2 for 4 in game 1 of the doubleheader. Gabe Gray dances back to second base. Eads doesn't go for him, and Jono Pierce lays a perfect bunt up the third baseline that just curls foul before the catcher Kalen touches it. Man, that was nearly a perfectly placed bunt for Jono Pierce. That would have moved all the runners and probably loaded the bases. Jacob Rogers is the catcher on deck. Rogers was 0 for 3, or 0 for 2, I should say, with 2 strikeouts in game 1 of this series. But Jono Pierce trying to keep his good day alive. 1-1. Pierce swings on one. It's fouled back into the netting. It was moving to the outside corner, and Pierce had to fully extend to reach it. So 1-2 for John O'Pierce with runners at first and second. Pierce watches as the breaking ball falls into the shin pads of Kalen. So ball 2, and a good job by the junior transfer to hold off on that one. Pierce was impressive in his last season with Roan State. Played in 51 games, batted .343 as he cuts on another one, and it's bouncing towards the LMU dugout and foul. So a 2-2 count still for John O'Pierce. He was one of the Sacs preseason players to watch. Made a great diving play in game 1 of this doubleheader that ought to give him a lot of confidence on defense, and 2 hits in that first game as well. That'll hopefully help him give confidence here in game 2 of this series. Pierce swings and misses. It's in the dirt. Pierce tries to take off, but the runners stay put at the bases. So another strikeout for Eli Eads, his 3rd of the day.
Now hitting number 18, Jacob Rogers.
And Jacob Rogers, who struck out 2 times yesterday, will step up to the plate now with 1 out and runners on first and second. Just want to try and avoid grounding into some sort of double play here. Eads kicks and fires the first pitch to Rogers. It's a breaking ball that misses low and outside. Rogers has seen a couple of games so far this season in the absence of Carson Cochran, but gets the start here as the catcher in this game, and he takes a cut at the second pitch from Eads, and it's fouled back. So a 1-1 count for Jacob Rogers with 1 out on the board. Rogers, the senior, steps in and looks for pitch number 3 against Eli Eads. He watches it, but it paints the outside for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jacob Rogers with runners at first and second. What you can't do here is strike out. You at least need contact. Had a double earlier on in the game against Lincoln Memorial earlier today. As Rogers fouls another one back, so he'll get back into the box with a 1-2 count. Runners at first and second. 1 out on the board, and Carson-Newman leads 1-0. Pitch on the way. Soto Diaz takes off, and Kalen guns him down. Hagedorn, a great tag there to stay steady, and Bradley Soto Diaz takes off towards third base. Tom Griffin has been aggressive on the bases. Braxton Smith is still at first, so not sure if that was a muff sign or if Soto Diaz just felt confident about that one. But nonetheless, 2 outs now for Jacob Rogers and Braxton Smith. The only runner on the bases for Carson-Newman. The next pitch misses way outside, so a full count now for Jacob Rogers. Full count for Jacob Rogers. Has played in a couple games so far for Carson-Newman. 7 at-bats, and he swings and misses. Eads gets him on the off-speed pitch inside, jams him up completely. And Carson-Newman will be held scoreless here in the top of the second. LMU's heart of the lineup in Dugan, Lowry, and Kalen will be up when we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network as Colton Kaysen returns to the hill for his second inning of work. The Eagles are up 1-0 on the Rail Splitters here in this 7-inning Game 3. The Rail Splitters take 2 out of 3 thus far from Carson-Newman. They win Game 1 2-0, and they hold on to win Game 2 12-10 in an offensive showcase that featured 5 Carson-Newman bullpen arms, and Colton Kaysen trying to stretch a couple innings out for Carson-Newman. He's known to do that, though. He'll get to work on C.J. Dugan, and the first pitch is fouled back. So makes it 0-1. Kaysen was a regular starter last season for Carson-Newman in his freshman season and has gone the distance multiple times for the Eagles. Was D2 Baseball's and the ABCA's Southeast Pitcher of the Year, as he blows a fastball by Dugan once more, so an 0-2 count. And the next pitch on the way gets him on the outside, got him looking. Colton Kaysen gets his second strikeout on the game to respond to the 2 that ended the top of the second from Eli Eads. And Colton Kaysen continues to work batters. Great stuff that hits the outside, and that's his 13th strikeout of 2026. As Luke Lowry gets to work and immediately fouls one back. So no balls and 1 strike for Luke Lowry, the DH. He DH'd in the last game, too, for the Rail Splitters. He was 1 of 5 in that game. And he watches another one go by. Nearly thought about swinging, but instead holds back. So a 1-1 count with 1 out on the board after the Dugan strikeout. Kaysen kicks and fires, and Lowry fouls another one back. So 1-2 for Colton Kaysen. Kaysen, the 8th player in program history for Carson-Newman to become an All-American. And it was Tom Griffin's 4th All-American selection as Lowry hits a little dribbler to Aiden Gibson, and he throws it over to Logan Floyd. So another put out for Logan Floyd and Aiden Gibson. And Nick Kalin, the catcher, will get his first look at the preseason All-American. As a freshman for Tom Griffin's program, had the 6th lowest ERA in program history and the 2nd lowest by a starter out of all of those pitchers. 15 starts last season. That's tied for the most in Carson-Newman history. And the first pitch to Nick Kalin is a ball that misses low and outside. Kaysen has been one of the most consistent players for Carson-Newman, an arm they can rely on, and the next pitch from Kaysen is just that. It's guided to the outside corner and makes it a 1-1 count on Nick Kalin. Kaysen comes together on the 1-1. He's got 2 outs on the board and nobody on. Defense playing true to their position as Kalin hits a little blooper right in front where Rogers gobbles it up, and it's over to Floyd on a dart. So 2 scoreless frames for Colton Kaysen, and the Eagle offense will get to try again with their top of the order. It's Maddox Green, Aiden Gibson, and Logan Floyd when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network. Eli Eads, the senior, back to work. He has thrown 2 innings thus far, just 1 run in the top of the first after Maddox Green led things off with a single into left center field where Cole Nathan and Logan Floyd would move him along. Cole Nathan a line drive into right center field that would bring him around to score. So the Eagles were held scoreless in the bottom of the second after Eli Eads, the senior, threw 2 strikeouts to end the frame. Jono Pierce and Jacob Rogers, the victim of a couple good pitches, and now Maddox Green will get to work at the top of the order. He's 1 for 1 today, and Eads looking to collect a couple more strikeouts for his confidence here. Eads made 12 starts last year for the Rail Splitters, and the first pitch to Green is a fastball that hits low and outside. So an 0-1 count for Maddox Green already. And the next pitch, another pitch off speed, another strike off speed this time. Good spot from Eads and makes it 0-2. Green had just 1 strike on him the last time around when he hit the leadoff single. And he swings on this one. It takes 2 hops into the glove of Gabe Gray and a bullet throw over to first base, but Maddox Green beat the throw out. Took a hard 90, and it pays off for him as that ball was pretty slow into the glove of Gray. He caught it about face height and slung it over as quick as he could, but nonetheless, Maddox Green on base for the 2nd time in a row. So Green 2 for 2 already today, and Eads will go over to first base where Green is waiting. And Aiden Gibson, the senior captain who struck out in his first at-bat, will try and bring Maddox Green around into a better position to score. No outs on the board as he squares around for the bunt, lays it perfectly down. It's soft into the glove of Eads, and Gibson will be out at first base where Morse is waiting for him. But now Maddox Green in scoring position at second base. So Aiden Gibson does a job there, and he's talked about that. When he was younger in this Carson-Newman lineup, has been a 4-year starter for the Eagles. He knew sometimes he was kind of a bunt guy. He liked to move runners over and was just really solid on defense. But now Logan Floyd can come up with a runner in scoring position after he does just that. And the first pitch from Eads is an off-speed that hits the mark for strike 1. A 1 to Floyd with 1 out on the board. Maddox Green is at second base as he dances. And Floyd takes a check swing at the offering from Eads. And Kalen will politely ask the umpires to see if he went. And no, he did not go. So a 1-1 count for Logan Floyd. Eads will go back to Green at second base. It gets past the glove of Hobson, so Green thought about taking off, but Gray was right there to cover his back. And Eads will go back to work on Logan Floyd. The junior was 1 for 4 yesterday, was 2 for 5 in game 2, and that one goes right off the helmet of Logan Floyd, and then tail spins right up to the press box here, hits the roof. Would have hit me probably if there was no roof on the press box here at Lamar Hennon Field, and Logan Floyd will take his base. So the second freebie given up by Eli Eads, and Logan Floyd seems to be just fine over at first. Cole Nathan, the second baseman, will get a chance with runners at first and second. He hit an RBI single in his first at bat and looks to do more of the same, but the first pitch is cut on and missed. So 1 strike for Cole Nathan. He's 1 for 1 in this game, was 1 for 5 in game 2 of this series with a double. Aiden Gibson calls him the energy guy, trying to give the Eagles some energy here, add to their lead here in this top of the third, but the next pitch he watches go by, and wisely, because it was a ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out on the board for Cole Nathan. Eads comes together, kicks and fires, and an off-speed pitch marks the outside of the zone. So strike 2 on Cole Nathan. One ball, 2 strikes for Cole Nathan. Runners on first and second. The Eagles are up 1-0. Nathan takes a swing. It's off of his bat and right into the glove of Nick Kalin, but then it popped out. So Cole Nathan, happy birthday. You get another chance. Cole Nathan, the All-Sac second baseman last season, was second in pretty much every offensive category, only to Logan Floyd, who is on first base. Maddox Green dances off second. Cole Nathan takes another swing, and it's off the heel of his bat and foul. So Cole Nathan staying alive in this count, trying to make Eli Eads throw him something he likes. Eagles put up runs in 3 consecutive innings to start off the second ball game. They were held scoreless in the top of the second, but try to add to their lead here as Cole Nathan holds off of a breaking ball that was into the left batter's box. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cole Nathan. Nathan really good at being selective as well. He is tied for the team lead in walks with Maddox Green, who is at second base. He was 3 for 7 last week, trying to keep his mark improving, and he holds off of a breaking ball from Nathan, and he fist bumps after that one because that was a ball. So a full count for Cole Nathan as he's worked himself back into that one. Little fist pump of energy from the junior. And Eads will go back to work. What a battle between the starter and the second baseman, and Eads will wave off that pitch. So still 3-2 and 1 out on the board. Cole Nathan has runners at first and second. He's a couple inches off the inside batter's box line, and the pitch is on the way. Nathan takes a swing. It's high into the air, out to left center field. Dugan looks like he's waving underneath it. Maddox Green takes a couple stutter steps off second, but will not go. So a fly out for Cole Nathan in his second at bat. He's 1 for 2 today. That brings up Matt Bishop, the DH. He struck out in his first at bat. Before that, has seen 2 at-bats and was 2 for 2 before the strikeout in the first inning. This is a situation he's become accustomed to. Every time he's been at the plate, there's been 2 outs on the board and runners on base. He waves on the first pitch from Eads. The breaking ball and changeup working well for the senior. Eads stands about 6'4" on the mound and hails from Maynardville, Tennessee. Made 12 starts last year for the Splitters, and the next pitch misses low in the turf, so a 1-1 count for Matt Bishop. The freshman always coming into a spot where he's got 2 outs on the board and runners on base. But getting some experience early, he gets the start in the DH role after he was 2 for 2 in each of his pinch hitting appearances. And the next pitch from Eads is in the turf again. So a 2-1 count, and Kalen, a good job to keep it in front of him. It was off his chest plate and right in front of home plate. 2-1 count for Matt Bishop as he digs back in from the right side, and 2 outs on the board. Bishop goes right up the middle on a line drive. Maddox Green is going to come around to score. Logan Floyd is held up at second base, but the Eagles now up 2-0, and Maddox Green, the man to score both of those runs after leadoff singles in both of his at-bats. And Matt Bishop has his first RBI of his career. He was robbed of his first RBI in the last game after John O'Pierce was caught stealing as he was trying to stretch out the Eagles' run in the top of the 9th. That would ultimately, or the top of the 8th, and that would ultimately be the final action that Carson-Newman would really see on offense. And now Bradley Soto Diaz gets a chance. Soto Diaz is 1 for 1 in this game. He had a bunt in his first at bat. He check swings at the first pitch from Eads, rightfully holds off, and it's a ball. Logan Floyd is at second base. Matt Bishop is at first. And Bradley Soto Diaz, who was 3 of 5 in the last game with 2 RBIs and 2 doubles, will take the 1-0, and it's a foul ball up the third baseline. So 1-1 count for the right fielder. Maddox Green has scored both runs for the Eagles. He is 2 for 2 with 2 runs. Matt Bishop with an RBI, and Cole Nathan also with an RBI. 1-1 is swung on and missed from Soto Diaz. Big swing by the senior makes it 1-2. Transferred over from William Penn, has been a regular starter for Carson-Newman in right field. Hit .385 last season for William Penn, led the team with 17 home runs. And Aiden Gibson, the captain for this team, has said he was confident in the power that he brings to this team, and a reason that he's been so good. He has been in the outfield as the next pitch on the way, and it's fouled back from Soto Diaz. A good job to just fight it off. He couldn't decide fully if he wanted to swing at that one, but has been so good at the plate for Carson-Newman. A perfect fit in right field for the Eagles. He was 6 for 12 last week and 2 for 3 earlier on in the week against Tusculum with an RBI. An RBI in 5 straight for Bradley Soto Diaz. And Soto Diaz watches a breaking ball into the left batter's box for ball 2. So 2-2 count with 2 outs on the board. Runners on first and second. Delivery is fouled back. A good job there again by Soto Diaz. He was caught stealing after he reached base in his first at bat at third. He had taken off while John O'Pierce was at the plate. Not sure if that was just a muff sign or if he just felt good about his speed. And the 2-2 on the way. It's cut on and hits the helmet of Soto Diaz as it pops back up off the plate. So he'll take a second. The second batter this inning that has had a baseball touch his helmet. But he's more than fine. Looks good to step back into the box. So 2-2, and Soto Diaz looking for his 7th pitch of the at-bat, has fouled a couple back. Eads kicks and fires, and Soto Diaz goes right up the middle. It's past the diving Hobson. Floyd gets the go-ahead. He's going to run all the way in, but the throw is really good. He dives in head first. Kalen barely gloves it down, and runners move. So Matt Bishop is on second, and Bradley Soto Diaz, another RBI here in this game 3 of the series. Carson-Newman leads 3-0 after their 2 runs that they've put up in this top of the third. And Eli Eads needs a second after that ball sailed right past his face. They're actually going to take a check at Bradley Soto Diaz, maybe touched the base wrong when he was running. All of the coaching staff over there to have a look at him. They're all gathered around seeing what Bradley Soto Diaz needs, as he kind of has his hand on his right leg around the right knee area, trying to see if he's still good to run. Would be a major loss for Carson-Newman in the lineup. Has been so good. Was 3 of 5 in the last game. And in general has just been outstanding for Carson-Newman. If they do have to take him out, they're losing a hitter that is 6 for 21, or 8 for 21, make that. And it looks like they're going to send someone in for him to pinch run. 11 for 26 after the game earlier today. 6 RBIs on the season to go along with 3 doubles. That's second on this Carson-Newman team. And if Soto Diaz is not returned to the outfield, a big-time loss for Carson-Newman in the heart of the order. Soto Diaz batting 6th in this game. He batted 5th in the last game. That's really been his spot in the lineup. So they will bring in a pinch runner for Soto Diaz. And that brings up Braxton Smith, the center fielder. Matt Bishop is at second base. And Ryan Bolton is the pinch runner for Bradley Soto Diaz as Braxton Smith elevates one out towards right center field. Mullenix is in, and he makes it an easy catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So 2 runs scored by Carson-Newman in the top of the 3rd makes it a 3-0 ball game. And we'll see if Bradley Soto Diaz is out to the field when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Cancer was built by athletes.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Ryan Bolton will replace Bradley Soto Diaz in right field for Carson-Newman, and Colton Kaysen back to the hill for his 3rd inning here in the bottom of the 3rd. Carson-Newman leads by a score of 3-0, a very similar mark to game 1 of this doubleheader here on Saturday. Happy Valentine's Day. We're happy you're joining us here on the Eagles Sports Network. Randa DeCrow with you the whole way through. And Brooks Hagedorn, the 3rd baseman, will be up to the plate to face Kaysen for the first time. The first pitch is well outside to Hagedorn, and it makes it a 1-0 count early. Hagedorn watches another one go by, but it is a strike that stamps the outside corner, just barely clipped it. Makes it 1-1. Brooks Hagedorn played in yesterday's ball game for LMU. Came in towards the tail end of the day and did record a strikeout in the DH position. And he watches another pitch go by. This one is actually a ball. So a 2-1 count for Brooks Hagedorn, the third baseman. Next pitch from Kaysen, hits the outside. A great pitch, great fastball from the sophomore. Makes it 2-2, keeps himself in this count. Kaysen fires the 2-2. It's too far outside and makes it 3-2, trying to hit that same spot that the home plate umpire liked before, but misses it just a little bit. Kaysen on the full count, and Hagedorn rips it down the left field foul line. So no blood there for either side, and keeps it a 3-2 count. Brooks Hagedorn looking to pick up his first hit of the series. And he'll go to work on the 3-2 count. Kaysen kicks and fires, and that's up the first base side, still foul. So Hagedorn making Kaysen work here in this at-bat. Hagedorn has played in 7 games for LMU. Has recorded 30 at-bats here in 2026 and is 4 for 30 in that span. Kaysen on the payoff, gets him swinging. Strikeout number 3 for Colton Kaysen and make it number 14 on the year. I think we should just keep a running counter at this point because it's fun to keep track of. Kaysen, his second swinging strikeout of the ball game, had a looking one on C.J. Dugan, and now Gabe Gray, who led things off with a single, 1 of 2 hits for LMU, takes a swing at the first pitch, and it's skied up the right side. Logan Floyd moving underneath it. Instead, Cole Nathan will wave him off, saying, "Hey, man, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it." They share a little hug over there. Happy Valentine's Day between the first baseman and the second baseman. And there's 2 away for Carson-Newman after the infield fly from Gabe Gray. Now Caleb Jordan, the center fielder, will step up to the plate. He flew out to center field in his first at bat, and he takes a swing at the first pitch and skies it high out between right field and center field. Braxton Smith jogging in to meet it, and he does. He accepts it for the third out of the inning, and Colton Kaysen keeps the Real Splitters scoreless through 3, and we'll come back here on the Eagles Sports Network with John O'Pierce, Jacob Rogers, and Maddox Green.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Eli Eads back to work here for his fourth inning of work, and he will face John O'Pearson, Jacob Rogers to start things off. The two batters that he struck out in the top of the second. Eads has 4 strikeouts in this game. That matches a season high that he put up against Hillsdale just an appearance ago. And John O'Pearson will dig in from the right side to get things going. The Eagles up 3-0 after their 2 runs they put up in the top of the third, as Pierce immediately turns on one, and it takes a couple hops up the third baseline before it is a foul ball for strike 1. So Pierce a strikeout in this game, but earlier on in the day was 2 for 4 in the last game against the Rail Splitters, as Eads kicks and fires, and the next pitch is fouled off by Pierce for strike 2. Goes right into the glove of Kalen behind the dish. And Eads working quick. John O'Pearce, a soft little swing nearly halfway through it, and it goes over to Gabe Gray. He gloves it down at his chest, makes the throw for the first out of the inning. So 1 down for LMU. They have yet to get the leadoff hitter for Carson-Newman. They just did there with John O'Pearce, and now Jacob Rogers, the catcher, will get to work. He struck out in his first at-bat. And he watches the first pitch from Eads, which is a fastball that hits the outside corner for strike 1. Rogers, the senior, is one of a few catchers on this Carson-Newman roster, and he watches the next pitch from Eads skip over the top of the glove of Kalen. It was much too high, so ball 1 on Jacob Rogers. So many catchers on this squad for Tom Griffin. Griff, obviously a catching coach, and so many guys want to play for one of the best in the world, and Rogers watches another breaking ball this time fall into the turf. So a 2-1 count for Jacob Rogers. Tom Griffin super happy with the way that Rogers called the game yesterday, though, so he gets the start here in Game 3, and the next pitch from Eads clips the outside corner yet again. So a 2-2 count for Jacob Rogers. Trying to avoid another strikeout. He had 2 earlier on in the series, and he watches another breaking ball too far outside for Jacob Rogers. One out on the board for Carson-Newman. They want to dig in and keep building on their lead. Rogers, here's the payoff pitch. He swings and misses, but it's dropped by Kalen, and he'll throw it over to Morse at first. That'll be another strikeout, number 5 for Eli Eads in this ball game, and that builds a season high for the senior. So that brings up the freshman Maddox Green. He's 2 for 2 in this game. A line drive out to left center in his first at-bat, and a ground ball to the shortstop in his second at-bat, where he beat the throw out on an infield single. And he gets a chance with 2 outs on the board. Green tight to the inside line, and the first pitch from Eads is a breaking ball that comes through the heart of the zone for strike 1. And the next pitch does the very same, makes it 0-2 on Maddox Green. And Maddox Green holds off of the next pitch, a check swing, and they'll say that he did not go. So Safe there from Maddox Green and a lucky one there. And the next pitch is cut on Maddox Green, nearly jammed up there on that pitch. But he works the count to 1-2, so the freshman trying to keep his perfect record alive. Green swings and fouls another one back. So it'll stay 1-2. Eli Eads has been really good for LMU in this ball game. 5 strikeouts to go along with 71 pitches in 3 2/3 innings, worked 6 hits and 3 runs. Kept the Eagles as contained as possible and make it strikeout number 6 for Eli Eads. Strikes out Maddox Green, his first strikeout of the day, and keeps Carson-Newman scoreless in the top of the 4th as we move into the bottom, or the top of the 3rd, top of the 4th. As we move into the bottom of the 4th, LMU will take over on offense for the heart of the order. Brady Morris, Peyton Mullenix, and Aaron Hobson when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Colton Kaysen, known for his quick work, and he says, let's get down to business here in the bottom of the 4th. Bring on Brady Morse, the first baseman who has been so dominant over this series. In Game 1 was 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs and a clutch moment that helped LMU cut back into Carson-Newman's lead at the time, and Brady Morse rips one into left field right away for LMU. He gets the leadoff single, and Colton Kaysen's 3rd hit that he's given up in this ball game. He's kept things pretty clean this season. 3 hits over his first 2 appearances and now has 3 hits against LMU that he's given up. So that brings up Peyton Mullenix, the right fielder. And Kaysen trying to keep things scoreless here. Mullenix waves through the first one, an off-speed pitch that gets him swinging. Brady Morse is at first base. There's no outs on the board for Carson-Newman. And the next pitch to Kaysen misses too far inside. So 1-1 count for Peyton Mullenix. Mullenix hit a ground ball out to center field in his first at-bat, so he's 1 for 1 in this game. Had a stolen base as well, and he watches the next pitch stamp the outside corner. That one cooking by Kaysen, and it makes it 1-2. And Mullenix pulls it to the second baseman, Cole Nathan, who turns it on his knees to John O. Pierce. They're not going to get Mullenix at first, but man, what a play by Cole Nathan, moving to his knees to make the sliding grab, and we've got one away. So the Eagles get the leadoff runner. Mullenix reaches on the fielder's choice. And Aaron Hobson, the second baseman, with a chance to add, or with a chance to bring a runner into scoring position for LMU. They left 2 runners on base in the first inning that were in prime scoring position before Aaron Hobson hit to third base and would end the inning. Rogers takes a shot at Mullenix at first base. He doesn't get him, but sends him diving back in. So a good job there by Jacob Rogers to use his arm. And next pitch from Kaysen is too far outside. So 1-1 count for Aaron Hobson. And Hobson goes right up the middle. Nathan wisely read it. He made the catch and tosses it over to Logan Floyd. So a double play there as Mullenix had taken off. Cole Nathan read it so well after Mullenix took off. Maybe he was thinking of covering second base for the stolen base. And Hobson instead hits it right to him, a line drive that puts the Rail Splitters away and keeps them scoreless for 4 straight. And Carson-Newman will get back to work on offense when we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Eli Eads back for the top of the 5th. Carson-Newman up 3-0 on the LMU Rail Splitters here in Game 3, trying to take at least one from this 3-game set. LMU has won the first 2 games for in this SAC opening series, and Aiden Gibson, the senior third baseman, will lead things off here in the top of the 5th. Gibson is 0 for 2 today. He struck out in his first at-bat, or 0 for 2 in this game, I should say. He struck out in his first at-bat, and he watches the first pitch from Eads go by inside his shoelaces. So ball 1 for Aiden Gibson. Then hit a ground ball to Eads in his next at-bat. It was a bunt and was thrown out at first base, but successfully moved Maddox Green into scoring position, and for good reason, because then Matt Bishop came along and hit an RBI single that drove Maddox Green in and gave Carson-Newman their second run of the contest. Next pitch from Eads misses low again, and the next pitch on the way is a strike that hits the low outside corner. So 2-1 count on Aiden Gibson. And Gibson turns on one. It's up the third base side. Hagedorn got a glove on it before it rolled foul, so Gibson beats out the throw after he bobbled it. And a good job by Aiden Gibson, a hard ground ball to Brooks Hagedorn. He should have had that in his glove, or at least just let it go foul. And instead he bobbles it. It rolls outside the third baseline, and he can't make the throw in time over to Brady Morse. So Aiden Gibson is safely aboard at first base. See how they score that. And it is going to be an error on Brooks Hagedorn, and now Logan Floyd swings away. It's skied into the air. It's moving out towards the right field line, and Brady Morse is diving behind him, but makes the play as he falls onto his backside, but sacrifices the body to make the catch, and a great play by Brady Morse over there at first base. So Floyd is 0 for 2 today, and with just a couple more innings to keep his on-base streak alive. Now Cole Nathan, the second baseman, will get a chance. Nathan is 1 for 2 today. A line drive into right center that pushed Maddox Green into score, and he fouls the first pitch back for strike one. Nathan with one strike and one out on the board. He's got Aiden Gibson at first base, and the Eagles are up 3-0. Next pitch is in the dirt. It's dug out by Kalen, and a good job to keep Gibson at first base. He took a hard lead off of first and instead was held up. So a 1-1 count now for Cole Nathan. Gibson takes off, and Nathan swings, but the throw from Kalen is missed by Hobson, and Aiden Gibson will pick up his first stolen base of the year. Cole Nathan swung at that one on purpose, and Haywood for LMU will say that Cole Nathan was in the way of the catcher Kalen. Has a conversation with the home plate umpire, doesn't like the call. So Aiden Gibson in scoring position at second base gives Cole Nathan a chance for his second RBI of the game after he led things off in the first inning with a single that drove in Maddox Green. And now Haywood will go back to the dugout. They will rule that Aiden Gibson is safe at second base. So a 1-2 count for Cole Nathan after he swung at that one to help Gibson reach second. And Nathan trying to tie him up. Eads gets him jammed up. Nathan gets a barrel on it, but it's going to roll right to the first baseman in Morse. And that'll be the second out as he touches first himself. So Aiden Gibson will reach third base, and Cole Nathan will be out at first after that ground ball to Brady Morse. Matt Bishop now will have a chance to get his second career RBI. The freshman in his last at-bat hit a line drive out to center field. That would bring around a runner to score, and he watches the first pitch and off speed that hits the low outside corner. So strike one on Matt Bishop, and he's got 2 outs on the board with Aiden Gibson at third base, I should say. Pitch on the way, and it's another strike off speed this time. That's low in the zone, but a strike nonetheless. So 2 strikes and no balls for Matt Bishop with 2 outs on the board, and Aiden Gibson in scoring position at third base. Eads comes together, and Bishop skies one out to shallow center field, or shallow left field. Gray is underneath it, and he calls off Hagedorn to make the catch. So 4 batters, but Eads sits him down successfully, keeps Carson-Newman scoreless for the second straight inning. And Carson-Newman still up 3-0 on the rail splitters here when Colton Kaysen returns to the mound in the bottom of the 5th.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
CJ Dugan will get things going here for the Rail Splitters in the bottom of the 5th. Colton Kaysen back to the mound for his next inning of work, and he's been lights out so far, has kept things scoreless for the Rail Splitters. And the first pitch from Kaysen misses inside at the knees of Dugan. So 1 ball and no strikes on Dugan. The Eagles are up 3-0, and a check swing there. That'll be strike number 1 on Dugan as he went too far around. So a 1-1 count for the left fielder. Dugan was 2 of 5 in game 1 of the doubleheader today. Had an RBI in that game. The next pitch from Kaysen just barely misses outside. Kaysen kicks and fires, and this one is just a soft little chopper. Takes 1 hop high into the glove of Kaysen, and he flips it to Logan Floyd, gives his first baseman a fist bump, and walks back to the mound. That's out number 1 away for Colton Kaysen, and that'll bring up Luke Lowry, the DH. Lowry is 0 for 1 in this game, was 1 of 5 in game number 1 of this doubleheader. And the first pitch from Kaysen is a strike. Lowry is swinging at it. Hit a ground ball in his first at-bat in this game to Aiden Gibson at third base. And now we'll work with an 0-1 count and 1 out on the board, nobody on for the Rail Splitters. It comes off the very tail end of the bat. Luke Lowry tries to get to first base on time, but Logan Floyd more than comfortable to make the scoop and step on the bag for the second out. So an unassisted out for Logan Floyd brings up the catcher, Nick Kalen. Kalen is 0 for 1 in this game, and this is the only game he's played this series. Hit a soft little blooper to the catcher, Jacob Rogers. He made the play, and the first pitch from Kaysen is a sizzling fastball that hits the outside corner for strike 1. A 1 on the way from Kaysen, and Kalen holds off, but it is a strike. So 0-2 for Nick Kalen, and Colton Kaysen 1 strike away from getting his 4th of the contest. And instead, Kalen will sky it high, where Kaysen is tracking it, so is Logan Floyd. He makes the catch in foul territory, and his teammates congratulate him after Cole Nathan waved him off one that most definitely should have been his. So scoreless through 5 is LMU. Carson-Newman leads by 3 here as we move into the top of the 6th on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network, where a new pitcher has taken the mound for LMU, and it is the lefty in Gavin Zoeller. Zoeller, the junior, transferred over from Augusta and will take the mound. Carson-Newman struggled against the lefty reliever in game 1 of the doubleheader, in Jack Santee. He closed out the game for LMU when Carson-Newman was kind of trying to storm back. And he'll have to face Bradley Soto Diaz, Braxton Smith, and John O. Pierce. But instead, it'll be Ryan Bolton after Bradley Soto Diaz in his last at bat hit first base a little bit funky and has been out since. Ryan Bolton did replace him in right field, so Bolton will get a chance to hit. Bolton did hit in the first game, and the first pitch from the reliever Zoeller is a ball that misses inside. Next pitch misses too high, and it's 2-0 on Ryan Bolton. He leads things off here in the top of the sixth. Carson-Newman leads 3-1, and the new reliever has thrown 3 straight balls after he misses low this time. Zoller kicks and fires it right to the outside corner, makes it 3-1. So Ryan Bolton might have the go-ahead to swing. And Bolton looking to pick up a couple hits here for Carson-Newman in this ball game. And he watches the next pitch as it nearly hits his foot in the right batter's box. He'll work the walk and park himself at first base so Braxton Smith can try and bring him around. So the third free base by the Rail Splitters pitching staff in this second game. Carson-Newman has lived off free bases in their first couple games of the season so far. Had 20 free bases in the first weekend against Charleston and did more of the same, 56 free bases for the Eagles coming into the weekend. But it hasn't been much of a factor in the first 2 games of the series for Carson-Newman against LMU. And Braxton Smith, who was 2 for 4 in the first game and is 0 for 1 in this game, he reached on a walk in the second inning, will finally get his first chance since the top of the third here in the top of the sixth. He squares around for the bunt and pulls back, but it is a strike. The first strike by Zoller in this game. And makes it 0-1. No outs on the board. Ryan Bolton, who's playing right field in the absence of Soto Diaz, is at first base. And Zoller will go over to Bolton, who dives back in head first. He's safe and back to work on Braxton Smith. Smith finally squares around the bunt again, and it's fouled back. Gets off the top of his bat and behind the catcher, Kalen. So no chance to make a catch there for Kalen. Nick Kalen, the sophomore, coming in for the freshman, Ronnie Matty. So a catching change there. And Zoller will go back over to Ryan Bolton at first base before he returns to the task at hand in Braxton Smith. Finally, Zoller kicks and fires, and Smith waves through it. So the first strikeout for Gavin Zoller comes on Braxton Smith. Got him swinging, and that's the 7th strikeout of the game for the Rail Splitters pitching staff. That brings up John O. Pierce, the shortstop. He was 2 for 4 in the first game, but 0 for 2 here in Game 3 of the series. And Pierce hits one softly up the third baseline, fouls it off, and makes it 0-1 early. So Bolton is on first base. He reached on a walk. Braxton Smith just struck out, and John O. Pierce looking to get his first hit of the game here in the top of the sixth. LMU is still scoreless. Carson-Newman has 3 runs, and Zoller will go back to Bolton, uncomfortable over there with Bolton at first, or slowing things down, controlling the pace here. Tom Griffin has talked about how yesterday's game he felt like his hitters were rushing in the batter's box as Pierce swings and fouls another one back. but hasn't seemed like they've been doing that here today. 12 hits in game 1 of this doubleheader, and have already strung together 7 hits, or make it 6 hits in this game so far. Zoller on the way. Bolton takes off. Kalen fires, guns him down, got him. A strikeout from Jono Pierce as he gets caught looking. And Ryan Bolton is caught stealing at second base. So that'll be the inning, and Gavin Zoller gives the LMU offense a chance to chip into Carson-Newman's lead. Colton Kaysen back to work for inning number 6, and it's Brooks Hagedorn, Gabe Gray, and Caleb Jordan when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
It's game number 3 of a 3-game set between Carson-Newman and LMU, and the Eagles are up 3-0 with Colton Kaysen on the mound for his 6th inning of work. The Rail Splitters bring in a reliever there in the top of the 6th, Gavin Zoller, who sits batters down in order. Ryan Bolton did walk, but then was caught stealing by the catcher, Kalen. A great throw there, and he got Jono Pierce looking on the strikeout in the same pitch. So a great little sequence there by LMU, and Colton Kaysen trying to keep the Rail Splitters scoreless. He's been good at doing this to teams, but the last time he recorded a shutout was actually back against LMU on the 1st of March last season. Trying to do more of the same here today as Kaysen delivers the first pitch to Brooks Hagedorn, and it's a fly ball out to center field. Braxton Smith is moving back, makes a beautiful read, and makes the catch. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Then Carson-Newman trying to avoid being swept by the Rail Splitters. They've taken the first 2 games of this opening sack series. Carson-Newman really good in sack play last year, made it all the way to the sack tournament. And just trying to do more of the same of what they did last year. As the first pitch to Gabe Gray is a hard ground ball that gets underneath the glove of Jono Pierce. And Gabe Gray will have his 2nd hit of this ball game, a hard hit ground ball that's underneath Jono Pierce's glove. So runner on first base for Carson-Newman, or for LMU, I should say. And Colton Kaysen gives up his 4th hit of the contest. Has kept things incredibly clean. 3 strikeouts and feeding off of the weak contact. And now Caleb Jordan has Gabe Gray with speed on first base. Kaysen goes to Jordan first, the off-speed that hits the top of the zone. So strike 1 for Caleb Jordan. Kaysen fires again, and Jordan pulls one deep out to right field. It's moving towards the right field foul line. Bolton makes the sliding play. He'll fire the throw over to second base. It's 1 hop to Jono Pierce's glove, who stands still as a statue. He knew that throw was right on line from Bolton, just a compliment to his outfielder. Bolton, a beautiful sliding catch over there, and a dangerous one, too. You never want to dive towards the line when there's a runner on, but nonetheless, he's confident. He makes the catch and then makes the throw to keep Gray at second base as he tags up successfully. And that brings up Brady Morse. Morse is 1 for 2 in this ball game. Hit a line drive out to left field in his last at bat before he was caught on a fielder's choice. And he watches the first pitch from Kaysen that's high at his letters for ball 1. 2 outs for Colton Kaysen, and Brady Morse with a runner in scoring position trying to bring him around. Instead, he'll hit a weak little fly ball. Colton Kaysen waves everyone off, makes the catch, tosses it away like it's nothing. That's 6 scoreless frames for Colton Kaysen, and Carson-Newman a chance to add to their lead here in the top of the 7th, and then they're 3 outs away from winning this ball game when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Gavin Zoller, the lefty, back to work on the Eagles lineup. He had 2 strikeouts in the top of the 6th to sit Carson-Newman down, and then Kalen a good job to throw out Ryan Bolton, who was caught stealing at second base, all in the same pitch. And now it's Jacob Rogers, the catcher, who's had 2 strikeouts in this contest to lead things off for Carson-Newman in the top of the 7th. Rogers, a good game that he called in game 1 as he fouls the first pitch back from Zoller and makes it 0-1. Has yet to record a hit here in this LMU series. Rogers 2 hits, and he watches the next pitch go by for strike 2. Actually, check that. Rogers did have a double in game 2 against LMU that brought a couple runners around, but nobody would score. So no RBIs just yet for Jacob Rogers in this series. He did have 2 against Cedarville, and a check swing there from Rogers. Yes, he did go. So the hat trick for Jacob Rogers. 3 strikeouts for the senior catcher. He goes 0 for 3 today, and Maddox Green will step up to the dish. He's 2 for 3 in this ball game. A line drive out to left center field in his first at bat, a ground ball to the shortstop that he beat out in his second at bat, and then a strikeout in at bat number 3. Trying to avoid that same thing as he fouls the first pitch from Zoller back. Eagle batters love to be aggressive in their at bats, have taken first pitches and ran with them so far in this series. It's been the majority of their hits, either the first or second pitch of the at-bats. Zoller kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball that's too far inside at the knees of Green, so a 1-1 count for the freshman. Green also plays football for Carson-Newman, so he's had to step in and learn really fast. A part of 2 teams on campus for Carson-Newman is the fastball stamps the outside corner for Gavin Zoller, so a 1-2 count on the freshman. He's talked about making adjustments and spending a lot of time with Tom Griffin as to just how to be a part of this team as he chops at 1, and Hagedorn takes a crow hop to reach for it at third base, and he slings it to Morse for the second out of the inning. So Maddox Green sat down for his last 2 at-bats, and now Aiden Gibson, the senior third baseman, looks for his first hit of this game. Gibson is 0 for 3 in game 3 right now. A strikeout in his first at-bat, and he reached on error in his last at-bat, made it all the way around to third, but would not score. And now Aiden Gibson will take a swing at the first pitch from Zoller. Carson-Newman jumping on pitchers early. So 0-1 for Gibson. He's got 2 outs on the board and nobody on. Carson-Newman leads 3-0 right now, trying to avoid the series sweep. And the next pitch is a breaking ball from the lefty that nearly clips Gibson in the hip. Instead, he dodges out of the way. So make it 1-1 for Aiden Gibson. Gibson 0 for 2 in game 1, but a couple of walks to go along with it as he watches the next pitch go by for ball 2. So 2-1 count for Aiden Gibson. 3 walks in the game earlier today that he reached base a couple of times. Gave Carson-Newman a couple of runs, came around to score twice for the Eagles, but no hits yet for the senior for third baseman today. He might get one just there, though, as he ropes it into the 5-6 gap. Gabe Gray is diving to try and get it. He won't reach it in time. He was full extension, but couldn't get to it. It'll roll out to Dugan in left field, and Aiden Gibson has a 2-out single. So Logan Floyd, who is 0 for 2 in this game. He reached on a hit by pitch in his second at bat. So his on-base streak stays alive, and in fact, he ties a school record that was set back in 2015 to reach base in 43 straight games for the Eagles. So impressive what this junior first baseman has been able to do. 2 outs on the board. Aiden Gibson is at first base, and Zoller delivers the first pitch to Floyd, and it's a strike on the outside corner. Gibson, though, or Floyd, looking for his first hit of this contest as he turns on one, and it's roped all the way back towards left center. It's back towards the wall. It takes one hop, hits the top of the fence. Aiden Gibson is getting the wave around from Tom Griffin to home plate. The throw is not going to be in time, and Carson-Newman has added to their lead here in the top of the 7th. Aiden Gibson, the scoring runner after the RBI double from Logan Floyd. He continues to deliver his 11th extra base hit of 2026, matches his number on the back of his jersey. And Logan Floyd, an RBI machine for Carson-Newman. He leads this team in RBIs by quite a large margin. 10 RBIs on the season for Logan Floyd, make it 11 with that one. So that also matches the number on his jersey. And now Cole Nathan has a chance to add to his RBI total. He already has one in this game. And he'll hold off on a breaking ball from Zoller that stamps the outside corner. So strike 1 on Nathan. And Cole Nathan chops at one. It's softly over to Gabe Gray. And Cole Nathan, with all of his speed, Gray doesn't even try to throw. And Logan Floyd will stay at second base. Cole Nathan at first after the infield single. And this Eagles team with so much speed just takes advantage. So Matt Bishop back in a familiar spot. Every at-bat he's had this season has been with 2 outs on the board and runners on base. He skies one, floats it all the way up into the air. You can't even see it in the clouds. Hobson trying to find it. He's out into shallow right field and makes the wonky catch to end the inning. But Carson-Newman adds to their lead. They're up 4-0 here in the top of the 7th as we move into the bottom of the 7th. See if Colton Kaysen can throw his 9th complete game of his career when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network. It's Mullenix, Hobson, and Dugan to try and avoid the shutout from Carson-Newman. They're up 4-0 in the bottom of the seventh in this seventh inning. Third game of the opening sack series of the year, and Carson-Newman trying to avoid being swept by the Rail Splitters after they won the first 2 games. And it's Colton Kaysen for his 7th inning of work, but this is something he's pretty accustomed to. 15 starts last season, and he pitched 8 complete games for the Eagles. Went 7 innings in each of those games as Peyton Mullenix takes a swing at the first pitch, and it's out to left field where Maddox Green settles underneath it and makes the catch for the first out of the inning, and LMU will remain scoreless. And now Aaron Hobson, the second baseman, will step up to the plate. He is 0 for 2 in this game. And Kaysen fires the first pitch. It hits on the outside corner. Great command from Kaysen late in the game, too. He's done so well at controlling and mixing up his different pitches. And the next pitch just misses inside. So 1-1 for Aaron Hobson after the Mullenix line drive out to left field that was caught by Maddox Green. 1 out on the board, and Hobson, a big swing through that one to give him strike 2 of this at-bat. Hit a line drive to Cole Nathan the last time he was at the dish, and then Cole Nathan caught Peyton Mullenix, who had taken off, thinking that one was going to get down into shallow center field, and he waves through that one. Strikeout number 4 for Colton Kaysen, and it puts the Eagles 1 out away from winning this ball game. Strikeout number 15 of the season for Colton Kaysen, and Ty Eads will come in to pinch hit for C.J. Dugan. Eads swings at the first pitch from Kaysen on the breaking ball, gets him on one that moves all the way to the other batter's box and makes it an 0-1 count. Kaysen kicks in, fires. This one is battled back into the netting, but nonetheless an 0-2 count for Ty Eads, and Carson-Newman just 1 pitch away from winning this ball game. If it's a strike from Colton Kaysen and he sits down the freshman Ty Eads, then Colton Kaysen will register another complete game. Here it is. Kicks and fires, waved through by the freshman. Strikeout number 5 for Colton Kaysen, number 16 on the year, and complete game number 9 for the sophomore Colton Kaysen. He's been unbelievable for Carson-Newman and definitely will be the player of the game for the Eagles. Carson-Newman avoids being swept by the Rail Splitters. They hang on to win 4-0 with 9 hits and 7 left on base, so a chance to definitely bring around some more runners. But Colton Kaysen holds the Rail Splitters to 4 hits, just 1 error, and 3 left on base. Kaysen absolutely phenomenal in his 3rd start of the year. He had previously thrown 2 starts with 4 innings, but goes all 7 innings, 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, 24 batters face in 71 total pitches, and he gets the win here and his first win, or his 3rd win here in 2026. So he's got 16 wins to his name in his Carson-Newman career in his first 2 years. And I bet you that Tom Griffin will be happy, Jason White as well, happy with his starting pitcher doing what he does. The Eagles offense gets him just enough to get by in this game, and Carson-Newman moves to 7-2 on the year and 1-2 in sack play, whereas LMU will move to 5-6. Carson-Newman will turn around to Tuesday, where they will travel to Alabama Huntsville. They take them on at 3 p.m. And then next weekend, they stare down one of the ranked teams in this conference, Lenoir-Rhyne. They play a 3-game set with the Bears. Lenoir-Rhyne yesterday lost big time to Wingate, but they were ranked number 10 in the nation. Carson-Newman also receiving votes before the weekend, so we'll see how that series shakes out. But nonetheless, it's been a pleasure bringing you all the action here from Lamar Hennon Field. Signing off for now on the Eagles Sports Network. Thank you so much for tuning in. For all of us at Carson-Newman, I'm Rihanna DeCrow. Thank you to Adam Cavalier, Andrew Rogers, Ian Johnson, Jay Wesson, Matt Scalzo for being the best. And we'll see you later on the Eagles Sports Network. thank you all so much for having me. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
There's still
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
All right, you later. Where you gotta eat your bananas, man? Just ready to eat 3 Two banana. Stop grabbing the snacks, bro. You gotta leave some snacks for the next game. I call something else. Excuse me, Bobby. Oh. Thank you, Bob. Excuse me, Bobby. That's been busted from me. You're so freaking cute. There might be you, Jake. And I just put it not something bad. I want to leave my hat off. I don't want to put it on the new. Who's driving it? We should still look around. Yeah, look through my face. It's like 30 bags. Holy moly, I used to be that right now. Purdue. I'm on it. You're two yellows. Are you shitting my dick right now? But I'm not gonna like probably still yourself. I saw your new. No, Maddox, it's not grape flavored. It's not grape soda. Yeah, yeah. Oh, hell. It's ex-girlfriend. Yeah. Well, it's new little lips of them. Oh, nah. No. We got clipped there. That's right. Yes. Yes. I was like, all right. I was like, what? Sorry. So where'd you get that extra sleep? She was hiding. Sometimes I. I want you to play. Hey, we gotta get in there. I thought you were jumping off the. I'm waiting on fourth. Yeah. What, Matt? Your life will be changed if you go to sheep farm. You never been to sheep farm? You never will. Hey, what you been doing? 24 hours. I got that break up. It's like what Sims now. Yeah, I said this to him. I said to him, if we asked that question, like that step on big side, who would just one team would you not like doing these? He's not. Go wait. Okay. Definitely in front of the run. I take yours last one. But I don't know anything about it. It says, yes, you're close to guys. All right, we're on the troll. No way. That's what I'm saying. I just heard we're going to club like actually, you might be gay. We already had. It's like Musa, that's so. I'll give it. Change that. I'm coming up with that.
Ian should is it geez. Between that and all my cousin stay my way. No. Worry about the same one.
No. I think I'll welcome to think everything fully in this. Back when I have
I'll stay safe. We don't have to go. What's the good right? Anyway.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, sit down.
My turn.
I know.
Huh?
What's up? I just don't understand what you said. Ring, you're not in this conversation. You're down the window. Hey, he's slide down. You, get down. Down here, back down. It's getting your foot long, so go ahead. You can I get your foot long? I need you to stay a green runner. Yeah, it was. I think it's very.
I can just like. Yeah, try to person. Sit down.
Hey, yes, sir.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I think I'm better.
See what I'm saying? There's too many girls. Yeah, definitely. Why would you ever let you do it? Yeah. I wish some of these. Like you're a friend. Wait, let me see. Which one is that? Like a thing that we have. Which one? Is it the one you said have a dog? Another one. Dude, see, like exactly that's it. That's it.
I don't really care.
Oh my gosh, Dad. Oh.
So it's all right. You're okay. You're okay. No, I just can't.
Down. For sure.
Alright,
7-5.
Oh, thank you. Oh, hi guys. Oh, hi guys. Oh, hi guys. Oh, hi guys. That's true.
So he's not as good as you.
Whoa.
So far, it's the best for screens. I mean, put everybody.
That's 100%. Illegal theater screen.
No, I don't know how I
She the one that said, the only one that got it is so that he got yo. We're trying to do that. It's not real. That's you're not one. Which is not real. The grappling this guy. He's like, for submission, like, this guy. She's He's actually the wrestler. Sure. It was like geodude for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's the shows now.
There we go. 30.
He's so good. Ooh. Oh my God. Geodude on your back.
Bro,
Yeah.
that two-way that Jono was talking about earlier, the Tennessee, the lefty that throws.
I'm wearing him.
He hit 3 jacks today. Harry.
He definitely knows. He definitely knows. Dude. It's still. Just shoot a shot.
I don't got game though.
Dude,
I'm at a blanket. See, Soto knows, bro. I'll think you shoot a shot.
Bobby could do. Nah, I'm a pretty bad shooter.
What's why? Was ETU good? ETU good? Whenever you were in college?
Yeah.
I guess they're not getting. Did their coach leave? No. They lost to Xavier in a series.
Hey, I'm not
It's
gonna
baseball. Hey, that's crazy.
What you did?
Bish. Just never know what's gonna
Nah.
It's not.
I just know Xavier is like normally not like that.
They all lost immediately. 4 for 4. Like great shots. Yeah.
I guess you could see your being.
Double entendre. Oh. No, triple ones. Yeah, just wait. Don't beat no chicken.
Huh?
You're the reason I could
Instagram? What do you mean?
I don't know.
Because you got me tagged on a picture like this.
That was hilarious though. You can't lie. Girls like that. Girls like that.
No. What if they don't get delivered? What if it's a picture? They said she was taking me to New York. Was she? Mama? She went to Cabo last week.
Sugar.
She thought she was going.
She is. Like, I think she's coming like in March. This is legit.
She got money.
Yeah, right?
Let's see what's wrong. See what. She got money.
Poppy, you gotta shoot for shots, dude.
She got money.
And she's going.
You know where I get that from? He got money. Oh, he got money? You know, you watch that?
No.
What price you have?
So I've seen her video.
It's a little girl. She's famous now. She has a forehead, big as forehead. Sorry.
They can have forehead, bro.
Yeah, that's a huge forehead. And her man is paying her.
And her who's?
Her man. Her man's or a friend.
Never seen them one.
It's just like big.
You gotta show me.
Of course, you know, you gotta come back.
You watch the video I sent you?
Of course, it was 100 days.
No.
Go to Instagram. I sent it to you like a minute ago.
That's you guys know out there. What's for fun?
Testing 1, 2. Where's the music?
Turn it up.
We won ball games, doggone. It's hard to win. Winning's hard.
Especially on the
Winning's hard. Winning's hard. Doggone
Yeah,
it.
he is. Okay.
Game's gonna matter.
Turn it up.
Yes. 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 Ready to go. Hey, can I get a hand that we'll be having Subway versus Johnny Joe's sandwiches tonight? Yeah, Subway. No Joseph, Johnny, Jimmy, whatever. All right. All right. Our 1 star. Close, stay on. Close, stay on. Our 2 star. Outstanding performance. Outstanding, Mr. Colton Carson. Let's go. All right, and our 3-star. Yeah. Matthew Bishop. I know you've been practicing naked in the mirror. That's great practice. Right, right. Oh my God.
Speech.
Speech.
Speech, Matt.
Matt, speech. Speech.
This speech.